Tell me if this is you. You are scrolling through a database filled with the names of everyone in your state, but only 3% of these people are ready to invest in your services right now. Could you pick that 3% out of the endless list? How could you tell who was ready now and who would be ready in a month, a year, or maybe not at all? To put it simply, that is the biggest problem I see financial services professionals make in their client acquisition efforts. They market to everyone in hopes of finding that unicorn client. But what if instead of doing what would be considered blanket marketing to everyone, you were able to pick out the exact ideal client you would like to work with and only market to people who are actively looking for you and need your help now? How valuable would that be for your business? How much easier would it be to add a few new clients month after month? Here's what you'll learn today. There are 3 key forces hindering financial services professionals. The 3 secret superpowers of all 7-figure financial advisors. The secret superpower of all 7-figure financial advisors. How to find who's in market for your services, and the simple 4-step fragmenting system to convert complete strangers into lifelong clients, and how you can deploy this in your business starting today. My name is Keisa Willis, and I am the founder and CEO of RoKWA Marketing. Our mission is to provide creative, impactful, and specific digital marketing services that deliver consistent, exponential results. We specialize in businesses within the financial services industry. So RoKWA began as an experiential marketing firm, which means we worked heavily on creating multi-sensory experiences for our clients' brands in several major markets, including New York, Los Angeles, and Atlanta. Now, as we've expanded our services over the years, creating dynamic and memorable marketing in the digital space for our clients is still our jam. In addition, while having a strong grasp on multiple generations from Gen Z to boomers, we also have a strong pulse to our millennial and Gen Xers who are quickly taking over the workforce and business world at this time. So, who this is for? This presentation is for financial advisors who want a predictable and consistent system for generating appointments and clients. This is for professionals who are looking to scale their practice to the multiple 6- and 7-figure levels. This is for people who are open to new, modern methods of client acquisition that make their lives easier. I will tell you who this is not for. This is not for anyone outside the financial services industry at this time. This is not for anyone not looking to grow their income by an extra 6 figures within the next 6 to 12 months. This is not for people who are stuck in information gathering mode and just not prepared to take action and get results. And lastly, this is not for professionals who are closed-minded and not open to having other people funnel appointments in their calendar for them. So moving on, what makes this presentation different? Simply, there is nothing for sale. In addition, if you do watch until the end, which is about 10 minutes in total, you will get to have a limited time offer to apply and possibly work further with me and my team to have us funnel appointments in your calendar for you using these processes. So what I'm about to share with you is going to show you how to evolve your entire client acquisition processes. Starting with how you feel. Do you feel frustrated using the same prospecting tactics day after day, just cold calling, networking events, seminars, or just relying on referrals? Do you feel annoyed just not having a predictable, repeatable way to get appointments? Do you feel like you're struggling to get the freedom you want in your life, working way too many hours, close to burnout, wondering if there's a way to work smarter, not harder? Do you feel like you're frustrated just going on too many appointments that are simply not qualified? Or perhaps you're making good money and you just want to reach that full potential that you know you're truly capable of. If that's the case, for any of those situations, you're in the right place, and you're going to love what I share with you today. So let's go in. The 3 forces hindering financial services professionals. Number 1, the who. It's too broad. This is a massive issue, just widespread throughout the industry, where you serve anyone you can. You have no idea who exactly it is that you serve. And so the issue is you must pick a niche. This is essential if you want to differentiate yourself and have a real competitive advantage. I'm talking about identifying a group of people who all share similar pains or problems which you can solve. As we know, the specialist always gets paid more than the generalist. Number 2, the what. It's too vague. So people are just bombarded with messages these days, seeing an average of 5,000 ads per day. What makes you think your LinkedIn article or Facebook post or direct mail is going to get read? It won't, unless you have a message that resonates and clearly articulates your value and positions you as the expert and authority that can solve their painful problem or get them to their desired situation. Ultimately, people care about 2 things. Number 1, a problem they have but don't want anymore. And 2, a result they want but aren't getting. So when you can create a message that resonates with those pain points in a specific niche, you'll have ideal prospects coming to you. This is how you dominate your market. And third is the how. It's simply too inconsistent. As I entered the industry as a marketing specialist in the financial services sector, it quickly became clear that no one had a predictable and consistent system to acquire clients. Everyone was doing what I call blanket marketing or hope marketing. It goes like this. You wake up and start making calls or going to events and just hoping that some referrals come in. Sound familiar? This is simply leaving your success largely up to chance. If you don't have a predictable, repeatable, rinse and repeat system to get clients, you don't have a business. So let's get down to business and show you how not to fall victim to those 3 forces and evolve. The superpower of all 7-figure financial advisors. So within the financial services industry, I'm sure you've noticed that people fall into one of these categories. A, the grinders, that's 95% of the population. And these are the people who add some clients sometimes, but spend way too much time prospecting and therefore make way too little. And then B, you've got the money makers, that makes up the 5%. And those are the people who are absolutely crushing it, making 7 figures, building wealth while spending seemingly less time doing so. So what is it that allows some advisors to make millions and build their dream practice while others struggle to attract qualified clients? I've realized that the moneymakers have 2 key components, while the grinders have 1 or most often none. The actuality is, if you have both of these things present in your financial services business, it becomes very easy and predictable to add an extra $100K to $1 million in revenue this year. The 2 key components of moneymakers: 1, high quality and specific targeted traffic of your ideal client. And 2, an automated machine that will turn that targeted traffic into qualified appointments inside your calendar just like clockwork. Those 2 keys comprise the moneymaker superpower, as well as give you direct access to the ideal clients who are more likely to be in market for your services. At the end of the day, the questions to ask yourself that truly determine how your business is scaling is simply, are you generating regular appointments, and are you conducting regular appointments with your ideal client? Also, another tidbit, while gauging those questions, you'll want to have access to these metrics regularly. They are the cost to generate an appointment and also the cost to acquire a new client. You'll want to know these numbers down to the dollar and down to the day, and just make sure those dollars are making sense. So, what does this system look like to tie it all together? The simple 4-step fragmentation system to turn strangers into lifelong clients. The old way. The old way is you, and you are using LinkedIn, Facebook, seminars, workshops, friends, family, referrals, networking events, websites, and blogs, and you're not getting enough clients for the time that you put in, and you're exhausted, and this process is simply inconsistent. The new way, you take Facebook, LinkedIn, automation, email, video sales funnels, and you put it through our fragmentation system, which essentially filters out all the bad apples, and they come to you. That equals leveraged income, plenty of time, non-stop leads, consistency of income, and high net worth clients. Here you can see our in-market or ready-to-purchase pyramid. 30% at the bottom, they just know they are not interested. The next 30%, they think that they aren't interested. The next 30% just are not thinking about it and just indifferent about the entire situation. Then you start getting to 7% who are open to buying, but not looking at the present moment. And then you've got 3% who are ready to purchase. So, how the fragmenting system works. You target and call out your ideal client and speak about their pain or problem in rich, vivid detail. Then, make them consciously believe that you have the solution to their problem or their desired situation, because you do. We then prove we can solve their problem by solving part of the problem for free. That's via a free download, a webinar, a consultation, things of that nature. Next, we roll out the red carpet. We do this well and ask them to reach out and book an appointment if they'd like some additional help. And this is kind of the pyramid for fragmenting the herd. The process starts at the bottom, where number 1, you send some sort of message through LinkedIn, Facebook, or PPC. Then the next kind of tier that those qualified individuals would go to would be step 2, where they get some sort of free download, a webinar or a consultation. And then those people would still funnel through to a phone or Skype call. And then they finally become a paying client. But they are strategically funneled through to get to the top. The result of executing this correctly? You will have 5, 10, 20, even 30 appointments with highly qualified, high-value prospects who want and need your help now. So this is an example of what it could look like in just 1 week. There's you, the financial professional, and here's your new calendar. You've got all these dates booked out for a free strategy session for about 30 minutes for each one. You get the name of the person who is inquiring about your services, what type of contact they would like, whether a phone call or a Skype call. You get their contact information, and then you get a little bit of information about them, their age, their state, and then where they are currently. At the moment, one is 5 years from retirement, and the other is more than 5 years from retirement. And then you can see their portfolio currently and what they're interested in doing with that portfolio. You'll be able to have an idea of where to start with them. Here's another example of ideal clients who need your help. So, what is the biggest retirement concern or reason for requesting our strategy call? And this person said, not having enough when my husband and I retire. Now, how often do financial service providers look to find that person who is looking for someone who has that issue? Lastly, what is the number one thing you're hoping I can help you with? That is a question that you could ask. And then they would say something like how to increase the funds so that we can continue to live our current lifestyle and be able to travel and not worry about money. You will finally have a machine that will propel your business and income forward with predictability. This is how you break out of the 95% and create a ruthless competitive advantage. Can you honestly say you have a competitive advantage right now, specifically when it comes to acquiring clients? One of my favorite quotes is by Charles Darwin, and it says, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the ones that are most adaptable to change." Now, if all this did was get you a minimum of 2 to 3 clients on a consistent monthly basis, or help you get a competitive advantage over other advisors, or generate you an extra 1 to 5 million AUM over the next few months, or just give you the ability to do the things you love and enjoy instead of spending all your time prospecting, would it be valuable to you, your family, and your business? Well, if you're ready to adapt to this already changed environment and you want to scale your book and practice with predictability, then you really only have 2 choices. One, you go at it alone. You try a bunch of marketing gimmicks, spend thousands of dollars and years trying to figure it out on your own. Or you follow a proven and battle-tested system from a team of client acquisition experts who only work with financial services professionals. Here's how the process works specifically for you. Your free strategy session, where you will get a specific and custom tailored strategy and execution. We'll talk about 30 to 45 minutes and map out an exact action plan and strategy for you so you can walk away with a system to get consistent appointments and add your next few clients this month. Of course, the better the fit, the better the results. So ultimately, we're all looking for win-wins. This is where our team really begins working to figure out what you want and how to make it happen in the fastest time possible. So, we've been on about 10 minutes, and I would like to give you your free strategy session. So let me tell you who this strategy session is for. This is for financial advisors who want a predictable system for generating appointments and clients. This is for professionals who want to scale to 7 figures. This complimentary strategy session is for people who want more AUM, higher commissions, or more fee-paying clients. This session is for you to understand that you need some skin in the game, and for people who understand that they need some skin in the game and are not afraid to invest in themselves and their business. I will also tell you who this comp strategy session is not for. This is not for anyone outside the financial services industry at this time. This is not for anyone who is just simply not serious about growing their firm or income by an extra 6 to 7 figures within the next 12 months. This is not for anyone who is stuck in information gathering mode and not prepared to take action and get results. And lastly, this is simply just not for people who are closed-minded. So, next steps are to apply for your free breakthrough strategy session. Fill out an application and book a time or a date on me or my team's calendar. Just a word of warning, I do like to say this. Due to the nature of service, we only do take 4 clients each month. So if you're seeing this video, it means we are currently accepting applications. Thank you so much for joining us on our mini webinar session. I do hope that these little tidbits, nuggets of information were valuable for you and your business to instill and utilize right away starting today. If you are interested in receiving some additional assistance and having us go ahead and see how we can work together to take on some of those strategies that we discussed today, go ahead and click that Apply Now button down below and we will get started. We look forward to working with you soon.